I got a question for you guys. If this is the first time that you've seen me and I told you that I was best friends with one of the biggest BGTubers ever, would you believe me? Yeah, I wouldn't either. Well, today is the day that I finally tell you how I became best friends with famous YouTuber I Am Not Drunk. Now let's roll it. So this story will take place in 3 years, from all the way to 2019 to 2021. So let's start off from how we met. So this was back in 2019, like I believe it was September or August of 2019, you know, back when the dinosaurs used to roam the earth and everything. So Amaan, I actually was friends with Amaan back then, like the real Amaan. He invited me to a private Egg Wars party because back then in 2019, like Egg Wars private parties were super famous and everyone enjoyed it. It was actually fun. And when I joined, guess who happened to be there? That's right, it was Drunk. And this was the first time I've ever encountered Drunk, like ever. Because I did hear about him before. I did hear, like, I knew about him. I knew who Drunk was back then. Like, I've heard about Drunk, like people saying this guy named Drunk. I'm like, who the hell is Drunk? And how much he was good. And he was super controversial back then. Like everyone used to trash talk him. Everyone used to hate him. Like, that's how I, like, even heard of, like, even know who Drunk was. Like, I actually knew him, but I've never, like, encountered him until now. And of course, Drunk actually ended up destroying me and my entire team because back then he was actually top 1 in Egg Wars overall, so there was no surprise there, to be honest. And after that, I actually added him because back then I used to love adding people who were controversial because, I don't know, that was just weird. That was just a weird aspect of me. Like if I hear people talking about you, I'm gonna want to add you. I don't know why. I guess I want clout. I guess you can say I'm a clout chaser. I don't know. I just added him, and surprisingly, he actually accepted. I'm like, whoa, he actually accepted. Like, he actually accepted some kind of random guy he just met in an Egg Wars party. So that's cool, I guess. And the funny thing is that, like, after he accepted me, we actually never spoke. Like, we never spoke a single time. Like, he was just sitting in my presence, just chilling there. Like, and I'm not sure if we spoke or anything. I don't think we did. I think he just accepted my friend request, and then that was it. We never spoke. So fast forward to November of 2019. So this was when Drunk actually became a YouTuber, because back then when we first met, he wasn't a YouTuber. He was just, like, well known for being a good player. But at this moment in November, he was a YouTuber, like, with 900 subscribers. I mean, not surprised that he grew so fast because, like, he was known, all right? He was known by many, like, for being on leaderboards, for being good, and for being controversial, as I've stated before. And some of you guys may or may not know this, but I'm telling you, I was a huge, I wouldn't even say I'm a fan. I would say I'm a whole entire air conditioner, bro. I was an entire air conditioner of Drunk, bro. I swear, I was obsessed with his content. I loved his videos back then. Like, I was super obsessed with him. Like, every time I see a notification, I get goosebumps. I would literally get goosebumps because Drunk uploaded. Like, I was so obsessed with him back then. Like, I was a stan, bro. And this was the first time I actually DM'd him. So the first time I actually messaged Drunk, it was actually a question, and the question was 1-on-1v1 in Skyreal for a video. And this was actually when, or I already stated, he was actually a YouTuber already, and I actually was a YouTuber as well, but I think I had like 100 subscribers. Like, I literally just hit 100 subscribers. I'm like, and I saw how fast Drunk was growing. And I was like, bro, I can 1v1 this guy. Like, this guy is super good. People say he's good. People know him. I can get views from this and everything. I guess you can say I was using him for views back then. But, come on. That was YouTube back then. Everyone used everyone for clout. Come on. So anyway, I asked him if it was cool for us to 1v1 in Skywars. Because back then, no one 1v1 in bedwars. Like, every 1v1 was in Skywars. And the answer that he gave was yes. And he said, I think I have a screenshot of it right now. I'm going to put it up right here. So yeah, he said after he came back from school, we would 1v1 in Skywars. And you can imagine how nervous I was, cause like, bro, I'm literally gonna 1v1 my favorite BGTuber. Like, bro, this is a dream come true. I can't believe this is actually happening. Like, I swear, I would pinch myself to see if I was dreaming. Like, there, wait, he said yes? He said after he came back from school, gonna 1v1, like, oh my god, I'm gonna 1v1 my favorite YouTuber, like my idol. Back then, of course. So fast forward, he came back from school, we ended up 1v1ing, and this 1v1 was actually split up into 2 parts, and I actually ended up winning the first 1v1. I know many of you may not believe me, because I actually have no proof of it, but Drunk actually recorded it and uploaded it in the channel as well. Yeah, exactly. He recorded me, bro. Like, he recorded the 1v1, and which I actually ended up winning in. Like, the score was 3-1, which I was obviously excited about, but like, I'm like, okay, cool, because one thing about me back then, guys, I was very humble about it. I was very humble about it because like I wasn't the type of guy to brag and be like, yo guys, did you know that I killed Junk? I 1v1 Junk and I won, bro. Can you believe that? I'm like, I wasn't the type to start drama, you know? I was like super chill about it, super cool. I'm like, honestly, I didn't really care. Like, I wasn't the type to start drama and be like, yo guys, Junk is so bad, he lost to me in a 1v1, look, and then I uploaded and embarrassed him. Like, no, I wasn't that type, alright? Like, I was very humble about it. But right now all the videos are deleted, but I actually have one like little clip of me of us 1v1ing, so I guess I'll show it here right now. And as you can see there, he actually ended up winning the second 1v1. Now you guys are probably expecting me to say something toxic, but to be honest bro, we were still pretty cool. Like there was no beef after that, beef with us after that because of the 1v1. Like we said our GGs, we were still friends, I guess you can say, even though we weren't that close. And yeah, we were still cool with each other. Like I'm like, okay, he'll upload that video, I'll upload the video, which is right now, as I said, like deleted, but yeah, that was it. And that's all that I can remember from 2019, so I guess let's move on to 2020. So this was the year when things actually started to change. This was the year when Junk blew up on YouTube tremendously and when I became his editor for his videos. So at this point in time, it was April 2020 and this was the year where Junk's channel blew up a lot. Like Junk would get 1 million views back then. I believe he was in history, he was the fastest growing BGTuber ever. So fast forward to October of 2020 and this was the month where Junk asked me to be his editor for his YouTube channel. Like not to brag or anything, but like back then my edits were super cool, super clean, like even Amaan hired me to be his editor. And to this day, I still remember when Junk actually commented on one of my videos. This is when he was blowing up and I was a huge fan of him. Like here's a clip of it.
Now I am very excited to say who this question is from. It is my favorite Blockman Go YouTuber and my friend as well. I am not Junk, and his question asked, where do babies come from?
So yeah, I think Junk knew what I was capable of in terms of editing because he watched some of my videos back then, so that's why I think he hired me to be his editor. But he actually asked me in BG though, and then we continued like the discussion about me editing his videos in Discord. And if you're wondering what are the videos that I edited for him, they're on screen right now. So yeah, that actually gave me an opportunity to actually get closer with him and started talking with him more. And we started talking a lot. We started like organizing our plans of how his video should be edited and everything. Yeah, and that's how I got a bit closer to him. We weren't best friends at this time, but we got a bit closer. Not as close as we are now, but a little bit closer, I would say, like a little bit. I mean, despite all the trolls, we were still cool, you know. So yeah, we are on to the final year now, which is 2021, and this was where the magic happened. So this all started in May when I got my PC, and the first thing I did was download Minecraft because Minecraft was my favorite game back then and Junk's favorite game back then as well. And after I told him that I had Minecraft, to my surprise, he was the one that actually asked me if I was down to play bedwars with him, and I was like, of course bro. And the funny thing is that we wouldn't even be in a voice call while playing bedwars. We were actually just messaging each other during the games because we weren't that comfortable with each other, like we weren't that close to be calling and stuff, and it would be awkward bro, like it would be awkward and like yeah, we just weren't comfortable with talking in a call with each other back then. But fast forward to June 2nd, Junk asked me this question that changed everything. He asked me if I wanted to play Manhunt with Master and another friend. And after I said yes, he invited me to a group chat with him and his friends, and this was not only the first time I've ever VC'd with him, but the first time I also heard Master's voice too, so that was a W day, I would say. So yeah, longer story short, after that day, Junk and I would actually start private calling each other and everything, and started talking more, started getting to know each other, like started getting used to each other, started getting more comfortable with each other more and everything, and yeah. Like, I don't want to make this video longer than it already is, so I'm just gonna say that we just start talking a lot more, like our calls would like start lasting 10 hours every single day, like just talking, playing Minecraft and getting used to each other, knowing each other and everything. And yeah, I guess you can say the rest was history, and that leads us to where we are today, and we became best friends, I guess. It's that easy. But yeah, that was for anyone who didn't know how Junk and I became friends, which is literally everyone, because I had never actually told anyone like the full actual story except until now. So yeah, now you guys know how this friendship came to be, and have a nice day and peace out.